Welcome to Dr. G's AI for Teachers and Students. I did ask AI this last couple of days, what is the best way to use AI? What is the wisest way to use AI? I'm going to talk about prompts in a little bit. Prompts are big key, and that's the prompt that I use for this thing, for this answer from AI. I use GPT. I also use Bard and several other sites. So I'm going to read what AI actually says. While AI can be a helpful tool for generating information and making predictions, it's important to remember that it's not infallible. Like any tool, it has limitations and may not always provide accurate or complete information. It's always a good idea to be cautious when using AI-generated information and to double-check it with other sources or consult with a human expert if possible. As AI continues to advance, it's important to keep in mind its limitations and to use it as a supplement to human knowledge and expertise rather than a replacement for it. That's the best advice I've ever seen from AI so far. Now here's an area where I know a lot of teachers are concerned. They're concerned about students plagiarizing. Certainly if they know how to create a prompt that is very specific and detailed, AI can generate written material to a very high degree. I'm not going to go into that so much today. I'm just going to talk about some of the things you need to be aware of as a teacher. Here's a thing I found on Facebook by a particular author, and the headline for it is "ChatGPT Mistake Costs Recent College Graduates Their Diplomas." And it reads, a professor at Texas A&M is exploring and finding the limits of artificial intelligence. So what turned out to be the judgment of the professor, that they used AI to generate their papers 100%, it turned out that that was not true. They were able to determine that. So what do we do? Well, with the local university where I work, it takes a very cautionary approach. They're very careful to say in their instruction and guidance to us that we not jump to conclusions and that we really have no way of really fully determining 100% that a student generated their paper in AI. One of the things that's suggested, and that I've been doing for years because of the internet, is the first day or first week of class, I actually have the students write something in their style and their handwriting and their approach and their quality of writing. You get a real sense of what they have as a style. And usually it's one page. It'd be something like, what did I do during Christmas break? Or how did I handle the pandemic? Where did I go on vacation last summer? Stuff like that. And I keep those because quite often if you do have any suspicion and you read that paper, it's pretty obvious. I did have another friend of mine who's a teacher have a good student actually, use AI to generate their paper. And she said it was obvious to her that he did not write the paper because she had seen several of his papers, which were very good for his age level, and got a good grade. But she had to talk to him about it. How you handle it is going to be your decision or the policy of your school district, of your school. In my case, I usually give a warning the first time and go from there. The last thing I'd like to touch on today is writing the prompt. That's what you enter into the space on Bard or ChatGPT or any other, AI site. And that is an art form in itself. I can tell you from experience, not a lot of students are real good at creating detailed and specific statements or requests or questions. Some are, but most are not. So that will set a limit to whatever they can create or whatever they can have generated by AI. I'm still working on that myself, trying to be very succinct, very specific, and very detailed. So as you try out AI, keep that in mind. And in fact, sometimes I experiment with, I'll put in one prompt, then I refine the prompt again, and then again. And each time I get an output that tends to be improving. So just keep that in mind as you become more familiar with AI. So thank you for watching. Dr. G here.